Hey there friends, I want to put out a quick video kind of alerting everybody to some setups that the federal government appears to be placing out there with some little honeypot traps out there. First, go check out my friends over at Falco Holsters, falcoholsters.com. You'll see a holster that we partnered together with to make. That's a really cool inside waistband concealable holster. We're also partnering up to give away one of these holsters along with a SIG P365 Macro X. Go check them out again, falcoholsters.com, falcoholsters.com. Now this has been going on for a while, but it mainly came to light a couple days ago. There's a website called DHgate. Obviously this is a Chinese website and run by the Chinese, and clearly the Chinese are always in favor of anything that's going to corrupt the American people, get Americans in trouble, and kill off more Americans. Well, apparently we have some of our Fed boys who are part of this website as far as posting accounts. This came out this past week where one of the people, the name is Quandale Dingle, and this is a meme name. This is not a legitimate name. In fact, if you search by Quandale Dingle, you're going to get tons of people that use this as a fake name. So we can't put much credence to the fact that that's the name, and good luck searching the name and finding this exact account. I don't even know that it exists anymore. But nevertheless, this account had posted essentially a Glock switch. They call it a tactical adjustment CNC full stainless steel automatic selector full auto switch for G17, and it lists the other models that it would actually apply to. You'll notice that it says under the location Washington DC, and to the right side of this you'll see that it's actually showing that it's being posted in, guess what, a federal installation. More than likely, our Fed boys are over there posting things like this as, again, a honeypot, a trap to get people stateside to buy these things. Again, it's coming from a Chinese website, so clearly they don't have any jurisdiction there to limit or minimize any of the posts from there. But guess what? They do own the post office, and they do have customs. They have a number of ways to keep these things from coming into the country. They're trying to set up some of the people, and I don't know if this account here is legitimate, but this is obviously some of the stuff that's going on. The federal government has been busted, specifically the ATF, in many cases entrapping different Americans into doing things like this. They've been busted before. We've done videos on this before. This would not be outside of their normal job responsibilities. This is how they operate. They intend to entrap you. They intend to get you in there, and they're going to go to your house, and now you're going to owe them something, and now they're going to want you to rat somebody else out. That's just how they work. That's their standard operating procedure. You know why they're not trying to stop it? You know why you see this populated website like this and nothing seems to be happening? And if you look at the reviews, tons of American customers. The federal government wants the inner city people, they want gangsters, they want bad people in general to have these things. Because what it does is it paints a more evil, sinister picture of us. Because we automatically get associated with anything gun related. It doesn't matter what happens in the news media. The media cannot distinguish between good people who own guns and bad people who own guns. They simply see gun owners. So when something bad happens with a firearm, even using one of these Glock switches like this, they're grateful for this. The federal government is, because it makes all of us look bad. Now, we know it doesn't make us look bad because we can distinguish between the good guys and the bad guys with guns. But this is their way to allow this to happen and not crack down on this. You know how we talk about the FRTs, the bump stocks, whatever, the auto key card, anything like that. You hear about them tracking those people down, right? When those people buy those things, you hear about them immediately. They go to their houses in their nice suburban neighborhoods, and they tend to them. The ATF does, right? They visit those people. They pull up their bank records to see where they've bought all this stuff from. They're able to do all of that they want to. In other words, my point is they have the tools to track all of this. When have you heard them going into downtown or south side Chicago and rounding up these Glock switches? When have you ever heard that? When have you heard of one case of them doing that? Just one. Now, they're constantly finding these guns with these switches at shootings, right? They constantly find that. But they never go after them because they realize that those are not the people they're after. For one, they are going to vote to put the people they want into office anyway. So they want those people out of jail. They can control them by keeping them in their little boxes doing what they do in Chicago, mowing their own people down. The federal government has proven that they're okay with, in some cases, state-sponsored terrorism in these downtown urban areas. These bad areas of town, wherever they are, in whatever city they're in. They're okay with that. The people they're really after is us. We're the free thinkers. We're the ones that speak our piece. We're the ones that point out the overreach of the federal government. You don't see people in Southside Chicago, Detroit, Baltimore, putting out videos like we do talking about the government's overreach. These people are perfectly fine with the government's overreach because they don't follow the laws anyway. It's people like me and you who are outspoken about this that the government wants to target. Hey, if we didn't speak out about this, you know what? Federal government would probably be okay with you and I having these things too, because it would add to the full effect of demonization of gun owners. But because we speak out and the gangbangers don't, that's where the difference between us being attacked and them not being attacked lies. It's all about control. And regarding this particular instance, could this really be that massive, potentially of a screw up by the feds? Of course it could. Nobody's ever blamed ATF agents for being brilliant. Nobody has. What are the standards there? DEI are the standards there. The federal government's pushing DEI. That's diversity, equity, and inclusion. They're no longer looking for the best person for the job. Now they're looking for the best skin color, the best gender, the best pronoun. They want to know what your thoughts are on the environment. That's how they determine who the best people are. At the very bottom of the page of those qualifications are the actual qualifications. All of your opinions on all these political issues come into play of them filling job spots like this. Then at the very bottom of it, they decide out of all those token hires, who's the best token hire for the job. So the last thing they worry about is who can truly do a good job.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.